Monday.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And I know I heard some thunder last night.
I had some loud thunder where I was, Gary. It was so loud. Normally, I have enough, I guess, insulation where I'm saying that loud, but my goodness, and I looked under the lightning map. It was probably about maybe less than a mile from my apartment. So very loud last night, but yes, things are quieting down a little with that thunder today, but maybe a little unsettled. We take a look at what's going on outside. First, a live look in Cooperstown as a damp start to your day today down in the southern valleys. But overall, things are quieting down. Not a whole lot of rain showers reported here across the state. 62 degrees in Rome, 59 Hamilton, 57 in Saranac Lake, and 60 with fog in Binghamton, 61 and fog in Syracuse. Here's how much rain we picked up yesterday. And yes, there were pockets less than half an inch. Coldbrook, Springfield, Lawrence over half an inch. Westmoreland 0.44 inches. A lot of the heaviest of rain, you can see the banding taking place north of Old Forge and just to the west of Brookfield, parts of Madison County and near Syracuse, of course, where those downpours reported. So there was that inch or more of rain, just the way the nature of fronts like this happen. The inches of rain were just shy to the west of us yesterday. So the radar right now is mainly quiet. There is a band of rain from that cold front from just outside of Saratoga Springs, north of the capital region. And today, we are expecting plenty of sunshine, but there's a chance of a stray pop-up shower today. There's actually a better shot for them over the next couple of days. We'll track that, as well as this cool pattern ahead coming up in just a few minutes. Gary?
Hey, Eric, thanks. As we mentioned earlier, the gates will reopen later. There's a great New York State Fair after intense storms ripped through the fairgrounds last night. The gates at the fair were closed for 2 hours yesterday as a line of storms moved through the region. People already inside were told to take shelter. Some tents were destroyed, and there was also some flooding at the fairgrounds. Organizers say some 60,000 people attended the fair on Sunday, and no one was hurt. Those at the fair were notified of the impending weather through the New York State Fair app. If you do attend the fair, you can text NYSF to 888-777 to opt in. And today is Maple Day at the fair, sponsored by the New York State Maple Producers Association. In the Horticulture Building, there will be maple ice cream, maple cotton candy, as well as donuts and popcorn to sample. It's also Law Enforcement Day. All active and retired law enforcement personnel will receive free admission with valid identification. The annual law enforcement ceremony is at noon at the Veterans Memorial in front of the Horticulture Building to honor fallen heroes. Law enforcement personnel will be recognized again during the second parade of the fair, which begins at 6 this evening at the Exposition Center. And state parks are also in the spotlight today. Free admission if you have an Empire Pass, Access Pass, Lifetime Liberty Pass, or Golden Park Program Pass. And a reminder, it is free admission every day at the fair for anyone 65 and older. It is a controversial topic.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise this morning. Time now is 5:11, and early today, things are quieting down after a very thunderous late evening last night. Surprisingly, I was able to go to bed on time. I feel like maybe loud thunder made me tired this morning. But either way, we look outside on the Mesnet camera network today, and we're reporting some fog in Westmoreland, Morrisville, Camden, Redfield, even in Oppenheim. You see some of that fog forming as well. So it's a bit patchy here and there, some dense fog heading toward the section of the Mohawk Valley over there. And 0 mile visibility in Binghamton, 1 mile in Hamilton today. We look at the traffic flow right now, and it's green here early today. No accidents to report of. And again, the only impacts travel-wise early today is that fog. So what can you expect today? Well, after that foggy morning this afternoon, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, but still a chance for a few pop-up showers as this basically this broad area of low pressure passes over us. We're going to track those showers on our Skycast, and we'll let you know the temperatures and all that and more coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Thanks to U.S. National Guard troops that are deployed in Washington, D.C. began carrying firearms.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a great weekend. The conditions for the most part weren't too bad. Yeah, we had some rain showers on Sunday. A lot of that actually ended up being late, but we take a look outside in downtown Utica. It's a damp start to your morning after that rain showers, or these are the rain showers we saw overnight. The temperature of 62 in Utica. It is 62 in Rome with pretty humid conditions out there early today, which is allowing that fog to form with that dew point and humidity right close to each other, or dew point and temperature, excuse me. So the radar is quieting down. Some of that rain still firing up out near the capital region. We zoom out. We're not done with rain showers just yet. Another round of them firing up over Lake Ontario, and this one's producing some rumbles of thunder. And as we head throughout the next few days, we're going to be seeing those pop-up storm chances, or just pop-up shower chances, as this system passes over us. And I'll show that on our bigger picture here in a second. Today's highs in the low 70s. It's going to be a pretty comfortable day today. Now, yes, humidity is still pretty high. It's going to decrease throughout the day, though, into the mid-50s, so it's going to be a little bit more comfortable. Still, though, between now through Thursday, possible rain chances every single day. So it's not going to be entirely dry, but don't expect washouts either. We have plenty of opportunity for sunshine the next few days as well. This is going to be a week of a mixed bag of weather, similar to what we saw, let's say, even early in the season where we had these spouts of sunshine and passing showers. But we can see here this cool air mass moving over our area, that cold front ushering in this broad area of low pressure, and that itself is driving in those on and off rain chances. And then our better shot for rainfall will arrive late Thursday. Here's that secondary front moving in, and that's what we'll track later on this week. So here on our Skycast, the sunshine moves in. Here we are, those pop-up showers here and there. And then by this evening, still same story. Clear skies, few showers here and there. A mainly dry start to your Tuesday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, maybe a stray shower here and there. The rain chances aren't nearly as high on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we got those pop-up shower chances mixed in with sunshine. Pretty much nothing changing overall the next few days. I mean, yes, today's a little warmer, but tomorrow and Wednesday, upper 60s, on and off rain chances, sunshine. Really, it's about it when it comes to rainfall chances. And then by Thursday, notice there's no rainfall icon. That's because much of that rain will arrive late in the day, probably closer to sunset. So for now, I'm going to leave that icon with just mainly sunshine. I try my best to fit in the sunny days on the icons if I'm thinking it's a mainly dry day, just to brighten up the fact that we could have several days of on and off showers. Could be beneficial rain. I mean, it is still pretty dry out there, but on and off rain and sunshine, pretty much the story here.
And what time later today will the rain start?
Basically, depends on where you are.
Yeah.
It's one of those hit or miss shower chances, so can't really tell you, Gary, but it's going to be happening.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:20.
Storm Tracker 2 team, where we track storms.
Taking a look at your top stories this morning, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libator. If you couldn't sleep last night because of the loud storms, you're not alone. Meteorologist Eric Gage over in the Weather Center, and Eric, those were pretty darn loud last night.
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, if you couldn't sleep with the thunderstorms, blame me. But no, yes, it was a pretty thunderous overnight, that front moving over us. And things are quieting down today. We're not tracking thunderstorms like last night. In fact, the next few days will be relatively thunder-free. It's going to be cooler, but it's not going to be dry, though, and I'll explain why in a couple minutes here. Live look in Cooperstown. It's a damp start to your day today, and there are some areas of dense fog. Syracuse, Binghamton, parts of the Southern Valleys, Hamilton 59, At Rome at 62 degrees. Saranac Lake at 57. So just generally cloudy over our area, but clouds are going to decrease a little bit as we head throughout the late morning. Here are the look at the rainfall totals. A lot of our area didn't really see anything more than 3/4 of an inch, if that. Camden was the highest total. Same thing with Sherburne. That should be 0.74, not 74 inches. But either way, some of the heavier downpours stayed just to our west in the Syracuse area, up near Watertown. Here locally, still some rain, but not the heaviest of it. The cold front is still to our east now. You can see it approaching Albany and Saratoga Springs at this hour. And then throughout the day today, a lot of these icons showing sunshine or mostly cloudy skies. We are expecting a mix of sun and a few pop-up showers. We'll track that today, plus how the rest of the week shapes up coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. Russia's top diplomat.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Look, you can see some of that fog rolling in Cooperstown this morning. Well, good morning, everybody. Our photo of the day today, this one was unique to me because I was driving, those of you who drive along Tibbetts in New Hartford, Tibbetts Road, and you get to see a very large view of the western sky. Now, this was taken not quite on Tibbetts Road, a few roads down, but also on Paris Hill, of the red horizon. I actually saw this on my drive home, and of course, I had power lines in the way, so didn't really get a good shot. And of course, this photo pops up here of someone that took the same photo in a different angle here. And thank you for this submission. The anonymous photo submitter right here of the red horizon taken on Paris Hill. It was quite a unique sight. It was a very red horizon out in the distance with completely clear skies. This is a few days ago. It was a lot more photos sent in recently. We'd love to share with you guys throughout this week, so stay tuned. Your photo you submitted might be next. If you want to head to our website, WKTV.com/weather/pics to submit your own. You have a chance to be photo featured right here on News Channel 2 at sunrise every weekday morning. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A new warning now about the spread of lead.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Time now 5:50 going on 5:51, and there are some areas of pretty dense fog this morning. Now, Utica, taking a live view outside, one of the spots that's always one of the hardest to get that fog, mainly when we have the Mohawk River splitting North Utica and Utica itself, and usually likes to collect in that basin, and it requires some pretty significant forcing to get that fog to spread into downtown, but you can kind of see the fog out in the distance. It is impacting Herkimer and other parts of the Mohawk Valley early today. A temperature of 60 out there this morning, and this is why we have fog. Dew point of 60. When the dew point and temperature, in fact, you can see that updating right now, are right around the same, you get that fog starting to form. Basically, that's where the layer produces clouds. We are in clouds right now, basically. That's what fog is. But you can see that front moving its way east. As we head throughout the day today, we're going to see some of that cloud cover decrease, sunshine move in, but still a chance of a few showers from the west. Now, yes, there's lightning out here in Lake Ontario. That lightning is expected to subside this afternoon. We're not really expecting a whole lot of thunder today. Highs climb into the low to mid 70s. Dew points, the humidity itself lowers throughout the day from that patches of that cold front. So we're going to see a somewhat damp start this morning, drying up this evening. Still, we have rainfall chances today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we're not expecting a stretch of dry weather like what we usually have seen, but we also have plenty of opportunity for sunshine the next 4 days as well. And the reason for it is right here. So we look at the map, we have this low pressure system, this cold front moving through, and that pocket of cool air. And basically what that is a large area of low pressure, slingshots energy enough to produce some spotty showers, but still it's far enough away we're not seeing widespread rain or any significant cold front. Basically, that's what we see on unsettled days in the early and late season. On and off spotty showers mixed in with sunshine. So today, sunshine in the afternoon. Here are those pockets of showers here and there. By tonight, same story. Things quiet down into early Tuesday morning. We're going to see some showers going to fire up again. Mainly lake enhancement right here, too. There could be some lake effect. Yes, lake effect rainfall with how warm the lake is. But either way, it's not a whole lot of forcing. And then besides that, it was a better shot, just a spotty shower or two for Tuesday and for Wednesday. And then Thursday, things dry up to start the day. But later on in the evening, closer to sunset, a cold front will move through. That'll bring with it our next chance of rain. So that's why the rainfall icon is not there for Thursday. It's a mainly dry day. And then again, rain arrives late. But the next few days, Gary, it's going to be pretty comfortable out there. Low humidity, low 70s. Well, maybe it's early taste of fall, but it's still August, and we have more warmth later on into early September returning. So this is a pretty nice, refreshing stretch of weather for the end of the month.
And at least there's some sun on each day over the next 7.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of sunshine.
Eric, thanks. Well, over the weekend, high wind gusts stirred up a sandstorm at the Burning Man Festival in Nevada. This video out of Black Rock City shows just how reduced festival goers' visibility was during the sandstorm. In a statement, a spokesperson said gusts reached over 45 miles per hour for a sustained period of time on Saturday. The National Weather Service issued a wind advisory, and participants and staff were advised to prepare themselves. They also shared that with improved weather conditions on Sunday, participants helped each other repair damaged camps and art installations. The time right now is 5:54.
The news comes first. The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Monday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And quite a stormy Sunday in parts.
Oh, yeah. It was later on in the evening. The thunder was so loud. Lots of flashes and some decent rain across the area. Today, thankfully, not a whole lot of thunder chances, but maybe a stray shower. Let's take a look outside right now, a live view from our Cavey Tower camera, where it's a pretty interesting view right here of that fog out in the distance there over the Mohawk Valley. This is facing the east toward Herkimer, Mohawk, Ilion, out that way. And right here, of course, heading toward it. We're up on Smith Hill here in Deerfield. This way is Utica. Temperature 61. You can see that fog forming over the Mohawk River. And the reason for the fog forming today, for one, it rained last night. I know we had some partial clearing. But two, the dew point and temperature very close to each other. Basically, it allows that fog or clouds to form near the surface. So it's pretty cloudy across much of the upstate New York area, foggy in Syracuse and Binghamton. There was fog in Rome, still mostly cloudy skies in Hamilton and Saranac Lake. The rainfall we saw yesterday, we didn't really reach a whole lot in terms of an inch or more of rainfall for a lot of the area, but especially just to our north and to our west saw the brunt of it. Again, as you'll see here in a second, State Fair got a very good amount of rainfall. But a lot of central New York, maybe half an inch, 3/4 of an inch maximum. So the radar right now is dry for the most part. Rain showers pushing out to our east. A thunderstorm up north, but that's expected to fall apart. The next 12 hours, sunshine mixed in with clouds and a pop-up shower chance here and there. We'll track those chances, plus the overall trend in cooler weather arriving this week. All that and more straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. As we mentioned earlier, the gates will reopen today at the Great New York State Fair after intense storms ripped through the fairgrounds on Sunday. Gates were closed for 2 hours in the afternoon as a line of storms moved through the region. People already inside were told to take shelter. Some tents were destroyed, and there was also some flooding at the fairgrounds. Organizers say some 60,000 people attended the fair on Sunday. Luckily, no one was hurt. Those at the fair were notified of the impending weather through the New York State Fair app. And if you attend the fair, you can text NYSF to 888-777 to opt in. And today is Maple Day at the fair, sponsored by the New York State Maple Producers Association. In the Horticulture Building, there will be maple ice cream, maple cotton candy, as well as donuts and popcorn, all to sample. It's also Law Enforcement Day. All active and retired law enforcement personnel will receive free admission with valid identification. The annual law enforcement ceremony is set for noon at the Veterans Memorial in front of the Horticulture Building to honor fallen heroes. And law enforcement personnel will be recognized again during the second parade of the fair, which begins at 6 this evening from the Expo Center. And state parks are also in the spotlight.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise, everybody, on this Monday morning. Hope you all had a great weekend. Now today, it's the backside of this cold front that brought some loud thunderstorms last night. Now, because of that, we got some fog to deal with today. Here's a live look from our Cavvy Tower camera up here in the corner here. You can see that fog over the Mohawk Valley. It's actually, when I was mentioning earlier how it hasn't really moved into downtown Utica just yet, well, I spoke too soon. Here it is in downtown Utica, that fog from the Mohawk River pushing its way south. It is a foggy morning in Oneonta and some of that dense fog out in the distance here in Cooperstown. Look at roadways, still, yeah, not a whole lot of fog up here in New Hartford, but that's toward the valley. There's fog in Bridgewater, fog in Herkimer. So far, it looks to be fog-free in Boonville right now, but of course, that's a little bit far to the north. See some of those pockets of fog across the area, some locations less than 5 miles visibility. Still, though, there's no accidents to report of, mainly green across the board. But as you head out today, still, though, just make sure you budget some extra time as you're going to be driving through some of this heading out to work. Following this morning fog, it does lift. You will see some sunshine this afternoon, but there's a chance of a pop-up shower, so maybe keep that umbrella handy throughout the day today. We're going to track those rainfall chances. We're not done with it today. Over the next few days, plus if there's still some sunshine chances as well, all that and more straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The U.S. National Guard troops that are deployed.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Three main things we're tracking today. First off, some foggy conditions to start your day today. It's still a little humid out. Humidity drops throughout the afternoon, and we will see some sunshine as well, but there's a chance of a few pop-up showers. Let's get into that right now. Let's take a live look at our Cavvy Tower camera. Some foggy conditions over the Mohawk Valley. We head into that fog layer here in downtown Utica, where much of the downtown area coated by that low-lying cloud cover here early today. Currently at 60 degrees, still humid out there today. And again, we're going to expect that humidity to drop throughout the day into the dew points in the mid-50s. The radar picking up on some rain showers primarily out to our east. There has been a few pop-up showers right here firing up in parts of Shenango and Madison County. I would say closer to the Sherburne area in Shenango County, but again, this is going to move its way east. We still have a couple of thunderstorms out west. These are expected to weaken. We're not tracking a whole lot of storms today, mainly though a few spotty showers. Today's highs comfortable in the low 70s, so not too bad out there today, temperature-wise. And again, with that humidity dropping, it's going to be a pretty comfortable next few days. But we run the risk of a few showers today, tomorrow, Wednesday, even on Thursday. So we're not entirely dry all these days. But on top of that, we're also not entirely under cloud cover. We have plenty of peaks of sunshine Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we look at the bigger picture here. Why are we tracking sunshine and rainfall? Seems like I'm covering all bases, right? Well, there's actually a process here in the atmosphere where we are actually seeing a mix of sunshine and rainfall as this broad area of low pressure moves its way east, driving in some cooler weather and firing up a few spotty showers. And that's the case for the next few days. Watch our Skycast right here and see how you could see, for example, noontime, sunshine north Utica and right along Route 20 near Sangerfield, rain shower. Same story in the afternoon. It's going to be a mix of mainly sunshine, but a few pop-up showers. Then by Tuesday, maybe some slight organization along the downwind area of Lake Ontario due to how warm the water is. But still not really that organized. Still a few passing pop-up showers. Wednesday, I feel like I'm sounding like a broken record here. Basically same thing as the wind shifts more northwesterly. We do dry out late Wednesday, and that sets the stage for a pretty dry stretch Wednesday night into much of Thursday. As we head into Thursday evening, that's when our more notable rain chance arrives in the form of a cold front. That arrives mainly after sunset and then continues in early Friday. So when it comes to rainfall chances again, Gary, the next few days, yes, a passing shower, but there's still plenty of sunshine. The temperature's comfortable, humidity low, so it's very refreshing. Maybe leave the windows cracked, not all the way open, so in case this passing shower passes over you.
Yeah, look at the nighttime temperatures.
Yeah, very, very refreshing.
That's for sure. And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us. Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore, and if you're like many here in the Mohawk Valley, you heard those storms last night. Eric, they were darn loud last night, for sure.
100%. Yeah, it was so loud. These thunderstorms, in fact, one lightning strike probably a few feet from my apartment.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it was really close by, very loud, shook my apartment. But yes, today we're not tracking a lot of thunderstorms, but we are tracking some fog out there. Let's take a look at what's going on out there on our tower cam. We're zooming out into the Mohawk Valley, facing the eastern sky, and there's that fog layer, a blanket over the Mohawk River. Let's go into that fog here in downtown Utica, where you can see that layer just impacting the higher buildings right now, closer to the ground right here, for example, Risking Boulevard, mainly fog-free. But we look at the current conditions out there this morning. We are seeing some sunshine beginning to move in. I'm looking at the satellite off camera right now, and a lot of that low-lying cloud cover is pushing out to the east. We're expecting a lot more in terms of sunshine today, but also a chance of a stray pop-up shower here and there. So we're tracking pretty much both worlds here today. Recapping the rainfall yesterday, yeah, not a whole lot of rainfall, but listen, if we're talking half an inch for a lot of our area, it's better than nothing, and we desperately needed the rainfall. So we'll take this any day of the week. Well, maybe preferably in the weekdays, not on the weekends. A lot of you have plans on the weekends, but still the radar quieting down, stray shower here and there, and we're going to track that more coming up in a few minutes. But again, today's highs, low 70s, comfortable humidity as that 2-point drops. Again, we'll track that rainfall chance over the next few days coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks, and don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. Russia's top
Welcome back to Sunrise, everybody, on this Monday morning. Now, our photo of the day today is something that I saw, and I tried to take a photo myself of it, but, you know, I'm not being a great photographer. I had some power lines in the way, but someone was able to capture what I saw a few days ago, and this was on Paris Hill, facing the western sky of a red horizon, that glow out in the distance there. Look at that amazing shot right here. And this picture, phenomenal. The pictures I feel like don't do it justice just how red the horizon was. But the silhouette of the horizon out there in the distance, amazing shot right here. And if you have a photo like this you'd like to send to us, send it right there at the top of your screen, wktv.com/weather/pics. I can't wait to pick out some more photos this week. We have a lot of great close-up submissions too. And in case you want to see more of these photos, there's a lot more we don't show here on Sunrise. You can head to that link that I just mentioned. You can also view everyone else's submissions here across central New York, ranging from up in the Adirondacks out to even central New York, western New York too, southern tier toward the capital region, you name it. We have all those submissions, and again, all for you right there on the website at WKTV.com. Gary?
Maybe one of the top 10 photos of the year, too. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, beautiful shot, Gary.
That's for sure. Eric, thanks. Well, a new warning now about the spread of Ebola in New York City, and made more than 100 sick over the past month. Well, now concern.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Time now is 6:50, and we are tracking some patchy, dense fog early this morning. A live look from our tower cam. You can see it out in the Mohawk Valley facing the east early today. We head down into the fog. Here's a live look inside Utica. See that fog right there in the distance. It's a little bit less strong as it was earlier this morning, but still we're tracking some of that throughout the day today. Mostly cloudy in Rome, 60 the temperature and 60 the dew point. This right here is why that fog is forming so, I would say, intensely in parts of our area. It's mainly dry here in the radar, a few stray showers here and there, and in fact, we zoom out. There are a few thunderstorms to our north and to our west, but these thunderstorms are going to lose their thunder part of it as they move their way into our area, as there's a lack of instability here locally. Today's temperatures are going to peak into the low to mid 70s, a pretty comfortable day today, cooler than average, and that humidity is going to drop throughout the day as well. However, we're still not out of the woods with rainfall chances the next few days. It's possible today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, primarily late Thursday, I should say. But although there's plenty of chances for some pop-up showers, we still have plenty of opportunity for sunshine, too. You can see here the next 4 days, it's a mixed bag of weather. And the reason for it is right here. We have this area of low pressure to our north that's driving in some basically areas of unsettled conditions, cool air moving in, overall just a damp weather pattern, but still a cooler and more refreshing weather pattern, a serious lack of humidity as we get more of that northwest wind. So today, after that fog burns off and sunshine moves in, you can see here a few pop-up showers left and right mixed in with sunshine. That's pretty much the story today. Tonight things quiet down. Tomorrow, same story. We start out mainly dry, a few passing pop-up showers. They're a bit isolated tomorrow in a few unique spots, primarily downwind of Lake Ontario. And then as we head into tomorrow night, after a quiet overnight to Wednesday morning starts out with, again, a few passing downpours and pop-up showers here and there mixed in with sunshine. By the evening Wednesday, things are going to start drying up, and that will set the stage for a mainly dry Thursday. It's the one day of the work week here where the icon shows not a lot of rainfall. There is rain expected Thursday, but it's likely going to happen after sunset, so I removed it from our icon here on our 7-day forecast. Still, regardless of rainfall chances, Gary, the temperatures the next few days, very comfortable, 60s and 70s. And low humidity. So, yes, maybe leave the windows cracked. Still a little bit open, though, to let in some of that refreshing air, but still pretty nice out.
And you may not need the AC overnight.
Oh, no AC is needed. Refreshingly cool air in the overnight hours.
Eric, thanks. Well, over the weekend, festival out in Nevada. Now, this video out of Black Rock City shows just how reduced festival goers' visibility was during the sandstorm. In a statement, a spokesperson said gusts reach over 45 miles per hour for a sustained period of time on Saturday. The National Weather Service issued a wind advisory, and participants and staff were advised to prepare themselves. They also shared that with improved weather conditions on Sunday, participants actually helped each other repair damaged camps and art installations. The time right now is 6:54.
News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And after a bit of a rocky night last night, things have calmed down nicely.
Yeah, rocky, loud, definitely very loud thunder. Yes, today a lot more quiet. Still the radar picking up on a few downpours here and there, but for the most part, much of central New York looking dry. Here's a look at the radar right now. Let's zoom into a couple of these. There's a couple in Herkimer County, parts of even, say, Hamilton County, but focusing on this one here. This was a heavier downpour moments ago, but heading through Curtis, Salisbury, heading towards Stratford, right along Route 29A. That's where that shower is still currently taking place, and it is weakening. Up north, inlet, you're about to get hit. If not, you're already seeing a decent rain shower right now. It just passed through Route 28. Near Old Forge and near Mountain Lodge, just south of Webb. But again, for the most part, much of our area is seeing a lot of this. Some decent cloud cover, but still there's sunshine peeking out between it. It's a mixed bag of weather today. That's the main story. Temperatures, upper 60s, low 70s. It's a cooler than average day today, too, and I'll get to that coming up in a couple minutes. But again, today's high temperatures in the low 70s, a mix of sun and clouds and those pop-up showers. We're going to track that temperature trend throughout the week and those rainfall chances as well coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The gates reopened today at the New York State Fair after some intense storms ripping through the fairgrounds yesterday. Gates at the fair were closed for actually 2 hours Sunday afternoon as a line of storms moved through the region. People already inside were told to take shelter. Some tents were destroyed, and there was also some flooding at the fairgrounds. Organizers say some 60,000 people attended the fair on Sunday. Luckily, no one was hurt, and those at the fair were notified of the impending weather through the New York State Fair app. If you do attend the fair, you can text NYSF to 888-777 to opt in. And today is Maple Day at the fair, sponsored by the New York State Maple Producers Association. In the Horticulture Building, there will be maple ice cream, maple cotton candy, even donuts and popcorn to sample. It's also Law Enforcement Day. All active and retired law enforcement personnel will receive free admission with valid identification. The annual law enforcement ceremony is just getting underway at noon at the Veterans Memorial in front of the Horticulture Building to honor fallen heroes. And law enforcement personnel will be recognized again during the second parade of the fair, which begins at 6 this evening from the Expo Center. And the state parks are also in the spotlight. Free admission if you have an Empire Pass, Access Pass, or Lifetime Liberty Pass. And a reminder, it is free admission every day at the fair for anyone 65 and older. Brand new this noon, an Illinois man.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Still an unsettled day today, but it's not completely unsettled. We take a look out in Oneonta right now where the sun is shining. Not too bad of a day out there. It is a little cool out there, 66 degrees in Oneonta. And we zoom in here. Parts of central New York, 68 degrees in Westernville, 62 Otter Lake, 75 in Little Falls. It looks to be the warm spot here locally. To the south, 72 Sherburne, 71 Afton, and 72 degrees in Cooperstown. And look at the radar. Again, here's what I mean. It's not entirely quiet. There are a few downpours and showers firing up. A couple of them primarily north of the Mohawk Valley, in some mainly remote areas up here, some of them out near Camden, up north, northwestern portion of Oneida County. And as we zoom out a little bit here, too, there's a lot more rainfall activity out here to our west. Now, that's where most of the storm and shower activity takes place. As it moves its way east, it's going to weaken a little bit, but still, again, today, sun, clouds, and a few pop-up showers. That's the same story for today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and even on Thursday. Thursday, though, a little different. I'll explain why, though. But on top of the rainfall chances, there are still plenty of sunshine chances. Kind of the deal, this mixed bag, whether we're dealing with right now. And the reason for it is right here. Area of low pressure to our north and to our west, which is dragging in this cool air into the northeast. This, of course, is also bringing in rainfall chances for a lot of our area over the next few days. Again, pop-up rainfall chances here. So on our Skycast, we're in the 60s and 70s today with some passing showers here and there. Tonight, things will begin to quiet down after 9, 10 o'clock until tomorrow morning. After a dry start with some sunshine, a few passing showers here and there with high temperatures in the upper 60s, maybe 70 degrees if we're lucky. Then by Wednesday morning, it's going to start out with some rain showers, unlike the past few days. They're going to be quiet start. That front will pass through by Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening right here. And then watch, Wednesday night it dries up. Then things dry up entirely heading into early Thursday morning. Thursday is the driest day of the next few days. We're going to track a front moving through Thursday night into Friday. That's going to be our best chance for rainfall this week. And still a little bit of a cool down following Friday. So far, the weekend's looking pretty nice. Maybe a pop-up shower in the higher elevations, but Mohawk Valley, as of now, looks mostly dry. And still, Gary, the temperature's looking very comfortable. Overnight lows refreshing. So
Yeah.
not too bad of a stretch, Gary.
Yeah, another nice weekend ahead. We've had quite a run.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful
Eric,
stretch.
thanks. Well, we hear a lot about. Oh, this is Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, what a nice day here across the Mohawk Valley, and a good day to head over to the fair, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have a chance of a passing shower, but maybe it'll last 10, 15 minutes, if that. It's no reason not to go out to the fair.
Nothing like yesterday there.
Yes, nothing like yesterday. No heavy thunderstorms. Yeah, as you can see here, 74 heading out to the State Fair today, passing shower. But again, these showers not really that widespread. Here's a look at the radar right now, and here's what I mean. Look at that. Most of the area looking mostly dry. We have a couple spots here and there of a few downpours, but for the most part, the weather right now looking relatively okay. There was a downpour that moved through parts of northern Herkimer County, or central Herkimer County right here near Stratford. That has since exited. Up north near Old Forge, that's where that rain shower has passed through, and again, things are quieting down there. A live look at downtown Utica. Sun is shining so far. Not too bad of an afternoon today. Temperatures remaining in the low 70s to upper 60s here locally. The warm spot actually down to our south near New York City. They're in the 80s right now, so they're experiencing all the heat. Meantime, we've got a little bit of that cool weather. So today's high temperatures are peaking in the low 70s. Tonight we're down into the 50s. Things quiet down again, but we are still tracking some more rain chances, not only for today but also for the next few days. We'll track those chances, plus what day will be the driest day and when our best chance of rain is going to be coming up in that full forecast. Gary.
Eric, thanks. There were some frightening moments on.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Sunshine moving in after a very foggy start today, but not everyone's seeing some sunshine. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the radar here coming up in a few minutes. First, though, a look at Oneonta. Got some sunshine out there right now, 68 degrees. Other temperatures out there this early afternoon. It's 73 Lowville, 71 Dodgeville, 68 in Deansboro and to our south, 72 Norwich, 71 in Cooperstown. Now again, not everyone is dry today. In fact, the one local shower we're tracking right now, we zoom in here just outside of Taberg. In fact, it just went through Camden. So those of you in the Taberg area heading toward West Lee, and actually I say more north of Lee Valley Road here, is where you're going to start to see that downpour moving in. Again, it's not going to last that long, 5-10 minutes maybe, if that. Then the sun's going to peek out again. That's the nature of these showers today. So don't expect complete washout, but don't expect completely dry weather. As you can see here, we have not only scattered rain showers, but also lake enhancement. Look at this. These are all firing up downwind of the Great Lakes due to how warm the lakes are right now and how, at least relatively cool the air is early today, too. So we're seeing some of this lake enhancement, still tracking a few of these showers, not only today, but also the next few days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Rain chances every single day, but still, again, plenty of opportunity for sunshine today through Thursday as well. So it's a mixed bag of weather for this work week looking ahead. The reason for it, again, as I just showed you here in the satellite, we have this area of low pressure. This is dragging in this pocket of cool air and also dislodging a few troughs into our area. Those dashed black lines, which indicate basically a ripple in the atmosphere, something that can fire up a few showers. More notably, there's this front right here that moves in Thursday night into Friday. That's our best shot for rainfall all week long, but that follows our best shot for dry weather all week long. So right here, let's take a look. Today, sunshine, a few passing showers. It does dry up again tonight. Tomorrow, after a dry start, a few passing showers again. Same story, not going to last all too long. By the overnight hours into early Wednesday, there's still some lingering showers, and then by Wednesday night, things are going to start drying up. That front begins to move through, at least the initial front, and then we're going to see a ridge of high pressure, a brief ridge, produce some sunshine Wednesday night into Thursday morning, into early Thursday afternoon. Thursday evening and Thursday night, this leading edge of this cold front is going to move in. That's going to produce our best shot for rain into early Friday morning. And then following that, high pressure returns again for Saturday and Sunday with a few pop-up showers here and there. But at least the most notable thing in the next 7 days, I mean, all summer long, we've been tracking 80s, 90s, upper 70s, high humidity. Gary, this week is just looking so refreshing. 60s and low 70s, and those overnight lows, Gary, 40s and 50s. Not too bad of those temperatures.
Almost September-like already.
I can smell the pumpkin spice in the air, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Well, the 10th largest Powerball jackpot.
Well, time now for a first look at the forecast. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. And Bill, it's been a while since I had to say that, so let's go to Bill Cardis.
Yeah, that's true.
Welcome. Happy Monday to you. And
Yeah.
Not a bad day outside today.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty comfortable. We've had such a hot summer, so days like this are definitely welcome. We are seeing some changes in the weather. If you're looking to get out and maybe go for a walk this evening, if you've been at work and you're just getting home, might want to grab an umbrella. We do have a couple of scattered showers out there. In fact, one thunderstorm just north of Rome, and just based on what I'm seeing on the radar, that's at least heavy rain. There might be some very small hail in this too. This is tracking to the north. This should pass just south of Boonville and just north of Trenton as it heads into Herkimer County along 365. Again, some scattered showers will continue into this evening. Temperature-wise, we're 72 degrees. It's comfortable, low humidity, and the weather is going to stay on the unsettled side. Most days are dry, but we can't rule out a shower both tomorrow and Wednesday. The big story is the cooler weather that's going to be settling in. Even cooler days ahead compared to today as we head into tomorrow and Wednesday. We're tracking that along with more rain chances as we head into the weekend. We're going to look at the forecast coming up. Steve, back over to you.
All right, Bill, thanks. The weather should...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're tracking changes in the weather this evening. We've got another cold front on the way, and it's producing scattered showers, and you can tell that the skies have gotten unsettled here over the past hour. Live looking downtown Utica, 72 degrees. We are tracking some rain showers, especially north and south of the Mohawk Valley. I'll take a look. I'll start with the heaviest downpour in our area. This is north of Rome towards Western. We'll put a track on this as it continues to move to the north and east. And it is capable of producing not only locally heavy rain, but possibly some small hail, just based on what I'm seeing on the radar. Said Remsen at 537, Hinckley 544. Also some thunder and lightning is possible with this. We go to the south. This is more rain than anything else. This area of showers, widespread rain heading towards Cooperstown, Milford, and eventually to Cherry Valley. Again, this is both north and south of the Mohawk Valley. A few more showers to the west will be working in as we head into this evening. So you're going to keep the umbrella handy if you're going to be out and about this evening. The reminder, you can always download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. You can get weather alerts to your phone, whether it's heavy rain, lightning nearby, or if there's any watches or warnings that's an easy way to get access to that. As we get into the rest of this month of August, as we turn the calendar to September, the days continue to get shorter, and it's most noticeable this time of the year. Tonight's sunset 7:47. By a month from now, it's before 7 o'clock, and then 2 months from now, it's approaching 6 o'clock as we head into October 25th, and it's not that far away. As we look at the bigger picture, we've got scattered showers moving in from the west. We've got a secondary cold front that rolls in, and as that cooler weather works in, it's going to generate a few lake effect rain showers here later this week. Tonight, a few passing showers this evening. We do get a chance to dry out. Overnight lows drop into the low 50s, so it will be a cool night. A comfortable day tomorrow, partly sunny skies. A brief shower is possible in the afternoon. Temperatures will be near 70 degrees, so a cool day. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. And what we're seeing here on Wednesday, these showers to the west, this is lake effect rain that's expected to set up. I think the majority of this will be west of our area, but it's going to be a pretty close call. Wednesday's high temperature only in the upper 60s. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 54. Passing shower tomorrow. Otherwise, a partly sunny day. Temperatures near 70. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. It stays breezy here throughout the week. The breeziest day will be tomorrow. Wednesday's high 69, 71 Thursday. Friday, a cool day, scattered showers, highs in the mid-60s. Fingers crossed, the weekend looks nice, very comfortable. Temperatures close to 70 both Saturday
I was going to say very comfortable, but late August, that's pretty normal. But a couple weeks ago, it was just so hot, so I think
it's a nice change. Yeah.
More refreshing. All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Well, storm cleanup at the New York State Fair this morning after yesterday's wicked weather. People at the fair were told to take shelter, and the gates closed for a couple hours. There was flooding, and even some tents were destroyed. The fair warned people through its new app and text alert system. You can get them by texting NYSF to 888-777. That's NYSF to 888-777. Let's go around America. We're at Thompson.
Millions waking up to extreme late summer weather. Heat, fires, and even a dust storm hitting the West, with oppressive temps in parts of California and Oregon.
Away they go!
Where a 200-mile trail race that started on Mount Hood ended with runners battling oppressive heat at the normally cool coast.
The weather was super intense, but we all made it through.
And firefighters in Oregon still battling more than 20,000 acres of raging fires with 0% containment. Heat and bone-dry conditions also fueling wildfires in California.
It just seemed suddenly that they were right over our house, and we're right in the flight path.
Forcing evacuations in Napa County, the heart of wine country.
A lot of that heavier brush has been replaced by lighter fuels like grass, which are easier to control.
Oh my God! Something just picked up and blew into our RV! Oh my God!
In northern Nevada, the week-long Burning Man Festival
Holy
began with a freak dust storm. Western fires and heat causing wind gusts up to more than 50 miles per hour, wiping out some camps and severely limiting visibility. Some campers covered head to toe in dust. On the East Coast, cleanup continues after Hurricane Erin, which left eroded beaches and waterlogged roads in Delaware. Off the coast of Maryland and Virginia, the famous wild horses are back on the beach, but some are still navigating the floodwaters, like this mother and her foal. And surfers are taking advantage of the hurricane's remaining massive waves, but dangerous rip currents are still a hazard following Erin's exit over the Atlantic Ocean.
That was Priscilla Thompson reporting. All we're going to go right over to the Weather Center. We talked about a half hour ago there was one storm that might be wreaking havoc, and it is. What you got?
Yeah, so we have a bunch of power outages from this, so that implies some pretty decent wind. The storm itself is weakening, but it went right through Lee, and there's about 9,400 people without power from areas just north and west of Rome. We'll take a closer look. So there's the storm. Again, it's small, but it is packing a punch, and here's where it's going. It's heading east. This is going to move along 365, just north of Ohio, or very close to Ohio. Wheelertown at 550, Noblesboro 612, and then Morehouse at 630. Again, this has a history of producing some wind damage, and again, has caused numerous power outages as it moved across northern Oneida County, central northern Oneida County. That's the only one that we're tracking here that's problematic. There are a few scattered showers that will continue as we head into the course of this evening. But again, it only takes one sometimes. 72 degrees, the current temperature. It is going to be much cooler tomorrow, and it's breezy. So a cool finish to the month of August here. We've got to look at the forecast coming up. Steve, back to you.
All right, Bill, thanks. It's only Monday.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to keep an eye on the radar. A couple of scattered showers have been moving through central New York. Here's a live look in Oneonta. Temperature of 63 degrees. It is a lot cooler out there. Skywatchers checking in. 69 West Leiden, Mike Du Hartford 72, Jeff Mohawk 73, Westford 70, Cooperstown and Hartwick both at 68 degrees. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. That small storm we've been watching that caused a few scattered power outages has weakened. We'll continue to keep an eye on it. It's moving along Route 365, should pass just north of Ohio. And again, if it continues its course, it'll move towards Morehouse and into Hamilton County. It's small, but it is producing some locally heavy rain and gusty winds. We have an area, I should say, of rain across the southern valleys. Springfield, Roseboom, Decatur, this is all moving to the east. A rumble of thunder is possible in any of these showers. You've been noticing a few of them have produced that. But for the most part, this activity is hit or miss. And there are more showers working in from the west. This is part of some cooler air in the upper part of the atmosphere. It's creating instability showers. The weather's going to cool down as we head into tomorrow. Reminder, you can always get weather alerts to your phone on a day like today. If you end up getting caught in one of these random showers, you will get a notification right before it arrives on your phone that heavy rain is nearby, along with lightning. If lightning is detected, it'll send you a notification. Humidity outlook. So the one thing that is a positive about this change in weather is the humidity is going to be very, very low here over the next several days. We often can still get into humid weather patterns even in late August and in September, but at least for the short term, we'll get a break from that. Bigger picture shows a cold front, a secondary cold front working in from the west. Our weather stays unsettled with this cooler air working in. It'll produce some instability showers during the day and even some lake effect showers, rain showers that is, as we head into tomorrow night and early Wednesday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Partly cloudy skies, overnight lows drop down to the low 50s. Tomorrow, partly sunny, an isolated shower is possible. Temperatures climb into the upper 60s, breezy conditions. Tomorrow night, as cooler air works in from the west, we're expecting a response from Lake Ontario. In other words, some lake effect rain showers should develop. The wind direction is mainly from the north-northwest, so the showers are confined to areas east of, west of Utica, but it looks like a cool, breezy Wednesday with temperatures in the upper 60s. Partly cloudy skies tonight, low of 54. Tomorrow, partly sunny, an isolated shower, high of 70. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather stays on the cooler side over the next couple of days, especially for late August standards. 69 on Wednesday, 71 Thursday, 64 Friday, scattered showers. Heading into the weekend, the extended weekend, the weather looks pretty nice. Temperatures near 70 Saturday and Sunday, and Labor Day right now looks dry with highs in the upper 70s. We'll be right back.
Now for a first look at the forecast at 6, we'll head over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Bill, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Steve. We've been tracking a pretty nice day so far, but over the past hour or two, we've been seeing some showers rolling in, even a thunderstorm that moved through northern Oneida County, producing some locally heavy rain and gusty winds. That has weakened. It's now south of Old Forge. These showers will continue to move through this evening. They are few and far between for the most part, so just something to keep in mind if you're going to be heading out this evening. Not a bad idea to keep the umbrella handy. 72 degrees is the current temperature. It is comfortable outside. That dew point has dropped considerably over the past 24 hours. We're tracking a few passing showers this evening. We dry out tonight, and then the weather stays generally unsettled over the next couple of days. On and off rain showers, cool conditions as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. Passing shower this evening, temperatures in the upper 60s. We are tracking a cool finish to the month of August here in central New York. I've got to look at the forecast coming up. Steve, back to you.
All right, Bill, thanks. The weather should be okay for the last Levitt.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A pleasant start to the day. The weather has changed over the past couple of hours as a cold front is approaching from the west. This is a live look in downtown Utica. Skies have clouded up after seeing a pretty decent amount of sunshine throughout the day. Temperatures are in the low 70s. We are watching the radar. We are getting a couple of showers that are rolling through. The largest area of showers moving through Otsego County is relatively light, but it is widespread, especially in the eastern half of the county. This is moving to the east. There was a storm that produced some stronger weather here earlier this afternoon. As we take a look, we'll actually go backwards here. We'll look back at this cell. You can see this red that was just north of Rome. That packed a bit of a punch. There was some gusty winds north of Rome, near Remsen, That storm has fallen apart and it's weakened quite a bit. And the overall picture does show more activity to the west. These are hit or miss showers, and a lot of these are being driven by the heat of the sun. So as we head towards sunset, which is in less than 2 hours from now, these should start to weaken. So a brief shower is possible this evening, but I think it won't be more than that. And a reminder, you can always get weather alerts to your phone. You can download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. You'll get notifications of not only rainfall, but also if there's any lightning nearby, which can be quite helpful really anytime, especially in the summertime. Sunset times, they're changing fast. We are losing daylight. Today's sunset, 7:47, and it gets much sooner as we head into the next couple of weeks. By October, this time in October, 2 months from now, that sunset will be close to 6 o'clock. Whitesboro, 71 degrees. Micah, New Hartford, 72. Barneveld, 68. Old Forge, 66. Jeff and Mohawk, 73. 70 degrees in Westford. Hartwick with 68. And scattered showers out there moving in from the west. As cooler air works in, we'll see more of these as we head into tomorrow and Wednesday. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows drop down into the 50s. Tomorrow, a pleasant day. It's breezy and it's noticeably cooler. Temperatures will climb into the upper 60s. A very slight chance of a shower, especially in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, as cooler air works in from the northwest, we'll get a response from Lake Ontario. This is lake effect rain showers north of Syracuse Wednesday morning. The prevailing wind direction should keep these west of Utica, but it is something that we'll be keeping an eye on. Breezy and cool on Wednesday with highs only in the upper 60s. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 54. Tomorrow, partly sunny. Brief showers possible, high of 70. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Temperatures in the upper 60s Wednesday, 71 Thursday, cool on Friday, scattered showers 64. So far, the weather's looking nice for Labor Day weekend. Comfortable temperatures near 70 Saturday and Sunday, and then upper 70s Monday.
You know, you see some raindrops in the 7-day, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. We got a lot of rain yesterday. In fact, I did the 11 last night. It's some really heavy downpours. How are we doing as far as that deficit's concerned?
It's better. We picked up about an inch last night, but we're still running behind by about 2 to 4 inches across the area since July 1st.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of brown grass around there, and so again, a little bit of rain here and there isn't the worst thing. It may alter some folks' plans, but definitely needs some of that moisture. All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Well, still to come on News Channel 2. Let's look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis, and you know, there were some raindrops coming back tonight, but pretty good day overall. Although north of Rome and Rome during the 5 and 6 o'clock got hit, so sort of mixed bag everything.
We did get a thunderstorm. Take a look at this photo. This is from last night.
Get out of the way.
I feel like this could be a commercial. This car, the lightning bolts. This was in North Brookfield by Bryce Fleming. So kind of an active scene yesterday. Seeing some similar conditions today again in spots, and I think we're going to get a few pop-up showers again tomorrow. The big story is the cooler weather that we're experiencing here at the tail end of August. After such a hot summer, we're getting into a very different weather pattern as we close out the month. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. There is one lone shower that's up towards Old Forge. We'll see a few pop-up showers tomorrow as well as Wednesday. Cooler air works in, and we get into a lake effect rain pattern, which is similar. It's the same process as lake effect snow, but of course with rain. You can get it this time of the year as long as you have the right difference between the cooler air and the very warm water of Lake Ontario. We're expecting it to happen on Wednesday. Again, temperatures cooler than average. We're usually in the mid-70s this time of the year. We'll be in the low 70s to upper 60s. Good sleeping weather tonight. You can turn off the air conditioner, cool off the house. Temperatures fall into the 50s. You know, we're tracking some cooler weather ahead. I've got to look at the forecast coming up. Steve, back to you.
All right, Bill, thanks. A picture-perfect evening for the last Levitt Amp.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A couple of sprinkles out there this evening, but otherwise it's pretty quiet. We are going to be keeping an eye to the west here as we get into tomorrow. We will be seeing a few scattered showers as cooler air works in aloft. In fact, tonight we look out towards Buffalo. There's a few thunderstorms. These are not heading in our direction, but like today, tomorrow could feature a random shower or storm. We did have one storm that moved north of the Mohawk Valley, and it did produce some gusty winds and some locally heavy rain, even some small hail reported up near Remsen. Reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app today. If you were caught in some of those downpours, the alert, you would have gotten an alert on the Storm Tracker 2 app that heavy rain was coming along with thunder and lightning. So even in addition to putting out watches and warnings, this will let you know if there's any impactful weather nearby. One thing that we don't have to worry about with the changing weather is the air quality. The air quality is good. Just going out of my way to show you this because our winds are going to be coming from Canada. Things, at least at the moment, have quieted down in terms of the wildfire issues, so some good news there. Our ever decreasing daylight is going to be very noticeable over the next couple of weeks. In a week from now, it'll be 7:35 for our sunset. 1 month from now, 6:52, and then 2 months from now, 6:02. Yeah, we're losing about 2 to 3 minutes of daylight just in the evening each day. If you're looking to cut the lawn, I've got every day as a yes, but with a caution. We've got some scattered showers around. You'll have to work around these, but there will be times where you will be able to cut the lawn. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. So to the west we go. We do have an area of low pressure that'll be driving in, bringing us another round of some cooler weather tomorrow. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast showing quiet conditions tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 50s. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, breezy, and isolated showers possible. Temperatures climb to near 70. Tomorrow night, temperatures fall into the 50s. And then on Wednesday, we're tracking lake effect rain showers early in the day with temperatures in the upper 60s. Partly cloudy tonight, low 54. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, slight chance of a shower, 70. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Tracking some sprinkles and showers on Wednesday, 69. The overnight lows get down into the 40s on several of these nights, so a little chilly in the morning, but the days look really nice and the humidity stays low heading straight through the weekend.
Yeah, that is refreshing for what we had, a couple weeks ago, and a little bit more rain wouldn't be the worst thing either.
Right.
So if it happened overnight, even better, right?
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Well, coming up next, Democratic for a first look at the forecast. I'm going to head to meteorologist Bill Curtis, who joins me now, and this is a fascinating picture because it was some pretty fascinating weather that moved by earlier this evening.
Yeah, we had thunderstorms, we had lightning. This was taken in North Brookfield by Bryce Fleming. Pretty cool shot of the car here in the background. And lightning, usually you see like one strike at a time. There's 3 of these.
Wow.
So it's a pretty unique picture, and we always appreciate folks sharing photos with us. You can also send them to us not only through Facebook, but also our email, weather at WKTV.com, as well as our website, of course, WKTV.com too. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is looking much quieter now than it did earlier. We did have a couple of showers, and again, that one storm that moved north of the Mohawk Valley that produced some gusty winds and heavy rain. We're tracking an on and off shower here as we head into the next couple of days. The bigger story will be cooler weather. In fact, it's going to be cool enough to generate some lake effect rain. That is a thing. It's the same process as lake effect snow, just in the warmer side of the season. We're tracking some showers here heading into Wednesday. Temperatures are going to be on the cool side over the next several days. Tonight, overnight lows in the 50s. A good night to open up the windows, air out the house. Comfortable sleeping weather. Leave the air conditioner off. Again, tracking a cool finish to August here in central New York. A look at the forecast coming up. Steve, back to you.
All right, Bill.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Pretty quiet out there tonight. I did want to widen the view out and show you what's going on to the west. There are a couple of showers and even a few rumbles of thunder moving across Lake Erie. This type of weather is going to be arriving tomorrow and Wednesday. With cooler air aloft, we will see a couple of hit or miss showers, and we can't rule out a rumble of thunder. The better chance is going to be on Wednesday compared to tomorrow. Reminder, you can always get our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. On a day like today, there were a few spots that ended up getting some weather, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Our weather app will alert you if there's heavy rain nearby or if there's any lightning strikes nearby. So if you are outdoors, it can kind of give you that early heads up that it's time to get inside. We also have watches and warnings that go out on the app as well. Air quality, it's good. Just wanted to go out of my way to point that out because we have a northwest wind coming from Canada. We are not dealing with any wildfire smoke over the next several days. Sunset times are changing very rapidly. Today's sunset was 7:47. A month from now, it's before 7 o'clock. 2 months from now, it's approaching 6 o'clock. And we are 10 weekends away from when the clocks change. Can you believe that? Yeah, things happen very quickly this time of the year. If you have to cut the lawn, if the lawn, which hasn't been growing very quickly these days, although we have been getting some rain, if you do have to make that cut, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday are days where you can do that. But I do caution there's going to be a couple of showers around. Not going to be, it wouldn't stop you for the day, but you might have to just keep an eye on things. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. We have unsettled weather in the forecast, lightly unsettled. Just an isolated shower is possible tomorrow. Tonight we drop down into the 50s. Tomorrow, breezy conditions. Temperatures climb into the upper 60s. A slight chance of a shower in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, overnight lows drop down into the 50s. Wednesday, lake effect rain showers start to show up. Take a look at this. This is north of Syracuse. The winds will keep it generally west of our area, but again, cool enough for that. Scattered showers will continue Wednesday afternoon. Partly cloudy skies tonight, low of 54. Tomorrow, partly sunny, slight chance of a shower, 70 for the high, breezy conditions. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. 69 Wednesday, passing showers in the afternoon. Thursday, partly sunny, 71. Cool on Friday, 64, down to the 40s Friday night. Weekend looks great. Temperatures near 70. Temperatures in the upper 70s, partly sunny skies expected on Labor Day. We'll be right back.